G'day. Well, we're on the road again, and before long it's going to be dinner. Now, it's lunchtime, so I figured this would be a great time to cook dinner, which you can do when you've got a shuttle chef and half an hour to spare. It's just too easy. This is a bit of a surprise, this one. I like to call it plum pork noodles, but it depends how it turns out. It's very simple though, just watch this. And it's rather tasty too. It starts out with a good old spray of olive oil or whatever you've got, you know, something to lube it up a bit. And then you need to put in some onion. I sliced that onion earlier. And then this is garlic. You've probably seen these little presentation packs. They really help out now, especially for travellers. There we go. Coriander, so we've got garlic, coriander, and this is hot chilli. Now, chilli to taste, always, you know, but it's only a little tube, so we'll whack it all in. There we go. Oh yeah, that is nice and hot. Okay, the idea here is that the chilli, the coriander and the garlic is spread through the meal via the onions. It's dead simple. That's also very much a Thai sort of a taste, but don't you worry, this is Australian version. You'll see where it changes in a minute. The onion's done once it's softened up a bit. No, it looks fairly soft to me. Smells good too. Usually a good sign, isn't it? This is pork. These are actually pork chops, and I've chopped the fat off them and cut them fairly slim. It really helps. There we go. Oh, that's starting to smell pretty good. Once the pork's got a bit of colour into it, it's time to add a few ingredients. The first one I'm going to add is a little bit of curry powder. How much? Probably about a teaspoon. It's really just there to flavour things. That goes in while the pot's still nice and hot. Gives it a bit of a nice colour too. There we go. Second is soy sauce. Oh, you could use oyster sauce, except that somebody's used it all on me, so I'll have to use soy sauce, but that's fine. Probably about a teaspoon of soy too, I'd say. And then some honey. Not much, just a squirt. And the reason we don't need too much honey is because of this. Good old plum jam. We're going to add quite a bit of that. A couple of tablespoons. Ooh. I've got to admit, you know, I love jam. Jam melts fairly quickly. Keep an eye on it. You don't want it to burn. That's called glazing, and that's a whole different thing. And with that lot mixed up, in goes a couple more things. First one is some coconut milk. This is coconut cream actually, but that's all right. Same thing at the end of the day, just thicker. And then, well, it started out as a full bag of cashews. I guess the camera crew might have been a little bit hungry this morning, eh? Fair enough. I think I might have helped there myself just a little bit. That's about 3 handfuls of cashews. It doesn't really matter how many you put in. Let's face it, cashews are great anytime, in anything. I'm going to give that a little bit of a stir. And because this is a shuttle chef meal and we won't be eating it for probably another 3 hours, there's one other thing I'm going to add, just to make it too simple. And that's egg noodles. Thin egg noodles are just magnificent. And the way to use them is dead simple. Just drop them in. 4 of those little packages should do. Now what'll happen is, once I've got this all boiling, they'll break up on their own, soak up the liquid, give this whole meal another dimension and spread it out. And then it becomes a one-pot meal, which is perfect when you're using a shuttle chef. That's the whole trick, of course, to using these slow cookers. Got to get it all nice and hot, nice and bubbly. Boiling temperature, and make sure it is well and truly all the way through. And there we go. In she goes. Lock the lid. Come back in 3 hours when we're having dinner. That's going to be great.